Okay, quick logic gate question here. Which truth table best represents the logic diagram? So let's go through these and see how we go. If we've got a 0 here and a 0 here, straight away, once you get a 0 happening here, we know that's going to be a 0. Once we get a 0 coming into this AND gate here, we know once we've got one 0, we're going to have another 0. A 0, that's going to become a 1. And a 1, as soon as you get a 1 arriving here, you know G is going to be a 1 as well. So we know that A is wrong because a 0 state is going to give us a 1 happening here, so G is going to be a 1. So any with 0, 0 that don't have G as 1 are going to be wrong. So we can go A is wrong and we can go B is wrong. Now we know that now we're down to C and G as being the possibilities. Okay, so let's look at our 1, 1 state, because our 1, 1 state is going to tell us what the answer is. So let's get rid of these in case they confuse us a little bit. Let's go to 1, 1. 1, 1. A 1 arriving here, this 1, so we get 2 1s, so that's going to be a 1, so that turns into a 0. And 1 here, any 1 arriving at an OR gate gives us a 1 on the output. So we've got a 1 coming in this AND gate here. We know that's a 1 coming in here. So we know 1 and a 1 is going to give us a 1 coming out of the AND gate. Once we've got a 1 coming in here, that turns into 1. So G is going to be a 1 for a 1, 1 state. So we can get rid of C and we know that D is the correct answer. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Have a play with that type of question and you'll get more and more confident with it, but you need to understand what each one of these gates is doing. So 1 and 1, they both have to be on in the AND gate. We only need 1 on in an OR gate, and we know that this inverter changes a 1 to a 0. Okay, have fun with that, and hopefully that's going to help you if you do get any logic gate questions in your examination. Good luck in the HSC.